So I saw this article today posted by AZ Sports, and I'll be honest with you, I kind of started laughing to myself. And the reason why is because, first off, I don't think any players lowered their stock after mandatory minicamp. Okay, I've seen all the highlights of mandatory minicamp. I've seen all the talk about it. And while, yes, not every player was perfect, I mean, there really is nothing you can take away from mandatory minicamp. Like, yeah, you could say, well, this guy, looked good, and this guy looked... That's pretty much it. And with such a small sample size, one-day rookie minicamp, and then the rest, there's not really much you can take away. Now, if I had to guess, I haven't looked at this article yet, if I had to guess who they're going to talk about, they're going to say Trent Brown, because Amarius Mims looked good in mandatory minicamp. So they're going to say Trent Brown. Other than Trent Brown, which I think it's so stupid to say, because Amarius Mims, yes, he did get some snaps. But again, Trent Brown did, he wasn't there at the very beginning, showed up a little later. Everything's perfect. But again, the situation, what do you expect? He's a starter. You want to get as many reps with your first string guy as possible. But other than Trent Brown, I can't think of anyone else they would even say. But let's just see who they say. Usually I go into these videos and have like a good idea of like a list of players that they might say. But it's mandatory minicamp, okay? You're really seeing the very small amount of information. In all likelihood, Brown will be the starting right tackle. I just had a feeling. I had this very strange... I didn't even look at the article. I had a very strange feeling Trent Brown was going to be the guy. Because that's the only player I could think they could even talk about. I really don't think there's two other players. He's arguably the club's most proven offensive lineman. Exactly. His skill set is great. What? How did, on the other hand, Brown miss all of OTAs unexpectedly? Well, not unexpectedly. He did explain there was a family emergency, so keep that in mind. Mims did not waste those reps either, as he made a positive impression on the coaching staff. And I'm sure he will. He's a first-round draft pick. But I wouldn't say Trent Brown in any way his stock goes down, because as I've said many times on this channel, the whole point of Amarius Mims is he is the franchise right tackle of the future. And while, yes, they could, utilize him in different places, they actually did this during the minicamp, which was they actually utilized Trent Brown at right guard. And then they put Amarius Mims at right tackle. I don't know, right guard? I think it was just guard in general. But they tried Trent Brown at guard, and then they moved Amarius Mims to tackle, and it worked out pretty well. And so I wouldn't say Trent Brown's stock went down. He was able to be utilized at guard, something that we really need to work on because Cordell Volson struggled a lot last season. Looked really good in the ending part of last season, but the beginning was kind of a struggle. So again, if anything, I'd say his stock is up because he's showing us he can be utilized in multiple different areas, not just as a pure, right tackle. He could also be used at guard if we need to be used at guard. Kappa goes down with injury, knock on wood. Anything like that happens, we can use Trent Brown in a lot of different areas. But most likely the situation that's going to happen going into the season is Trent Brown will be the starting right tackle. Amarius Mims will be able to sit behind him and learn from him in Orlando Brown and develop and become a really great player. That's kind of the whole idea behind, taking Amarius Mims here, is he can sit back and relax and just learn. And that's exactly what we need. So I wouldn't say his stock went down. I think his stock went up because we got to see him at different positions. But Amarius Mims, I would 100% agree. His stock went way up because he showed why we took him with the pick we took him at. He's a great player, and he has a lot of potential to be amazing in this league, and he's a franchise right tackle. So, okay. DJ Turner. Now, here's the thing. Josh Newton looked really good locking up Chad Johnson, okay? He did. And Josh Newton looked really good because he's a very good physical cornerback. And as he learns, to get better and better to the NFL level and speed on his coverage ability, he's going to get so good. And that's why we took him. He's going to be really, really good. Now, as it says in this article, one player like Dax Hill sees his stocks goes up. They're the opposite reaction with someone else. That's Turner in the case. I don't think you could say that with such a small sample size we got from this mandatory minicamp. But I will say, yeah, if Dax is looking really good, they want to get, the thing is, right? They know what they have in DJ Turner. We took him in the second round last year. He was forced to become a starter because Cheeto's, back surgery didn't go the way it was supposed to go. We had some injuries outside of that. So he was drafted to be a cornerback 4 and thrusted into a cornerback 2. And I think for the most part, he did a really good job with what he had to do, which was not really what I think he was ready to do. He started 12 games last year, as it says right here, and I think they know what they have in him. This offseason is really about getting Dax up to the level of being a really good cornerback in this league. And I think they're good. Obviously, they focus on every single player, okay? They focus on every single man in the 53-man roster. They do. But at the same time, there will be some more focus on Dax Hill than DJ Turner, because Dax Hill is the new guy. He's the new guy, the new position, and they want to make sure he's up and he knows what he's doing every single second. That's why I'm expecting Von Bell to really be coaching him, Cam Taylor-Britt to be coaching him, Mike Hilton to be coaching him, because there's that new aspect for him. DJ Turner's going into his sophomore season, and while yes, he's still young, he really has a lot of experience from those 12 starts last year. So, again, how I look at it is, I don't think his stock's going down. I think he just isn't the fresh name and fresh face anymore. He's now, in a way, even his sophomore year, more of a veteran player than I would say as a young, new player. And the last player they say is Jordan Battle, and I'm going to absolutely... I'm going to block this website. How dare you? You don't come at my Jordan Battle like that. Jordan Battle is amazing. The only negative stock that goes down is when he takes a poop in the toilet. Sorry. Anyway. But again, it's the concept of Geno Stone's in there. Von Bell's back. And again, there's going to be that, really, again, new faces in the defense. Von Bell, a little bit more of a returning face, but there's going to be that new aspect and a sophomore season for Jordan Battle, and he's going to really, start to pick it up and get better and better, and he's a superstar. But again, it's one of those situations where he also kind of has to take a step back a tad bit. Von Bell, he was in our defense before, man. And I'm not saying Jordan Battle has to take a step back as a player on the field, but it's kind of like take a step back and learn from Von Bell. So I don't agree with this article at all. I don't think any of these guys took a step back. Any of these guys took the stock is down in any way. They lowered their stock. I don't think so at all. I think mandatory minicamp is a very small event. There's not much you can take away. And I think all three of these players, if anything, they up their stock. It's just the fact that they're not the guy to focus on. And they're not going to be the guys we focus on this offseason. It's going to be some newer names. But it is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Deuce.